Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from Anniversaries, and yes, I'm back with another watch review. So this time around, the watch in question are this very cool two new, not really that new, but I think this model has been released under the vintage series somewhere around 2019, I think at the end of 2019. So I bought this one, the A700W, and this one, the A700WM782F. So basically, they are both almost the same watch, but there's a little bit of aesthetic differences that we will discuss later on. Okay, so before we do that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my buddy's Seiko Presage in green. So I've just got this from him yesterday. This is on loan, of course. I'm going to be reviewing this one maybe in 1 or 2 weeks or so, but still, yeah, that looks really awesome on this what do you call this, herringbone twill strap from RSM watch strap. So anyway, I've done the review for this particular strap, but I haven't done the review for this particular Seiko Presage as well yet, but you know what, stay tuned. Okay, so let's get back to the Casio. So basically both of the Casio came in this blue Casio box, so there's nothing special. There's just a white empty box inside here, and we've got this module number 3472, a very basic basic module that you can find on quite a lot other cheaper Casios. Okay, so let's get that out of the frame. Right, so let's talk about this particular watch, this A700W. So you can see that this one is, let me see if you can focus a bit more. So you can see that we have this black surface with the alarm, I mean the black, not surface, the black printing on top here, water resist, alarm, signal, SPL for split second, and also chrono. So the 3 buttons here, this is the light button, the mode button, and also the start stop button here. On the A700WM, you can see that the only differences is the color of the panel here. You can see that we have a silver outline and silver inner side, and the display, check out how close that is to the surface. Let's just bring this one a bit more closer to this, to the camera. You can see that there is almost no gap between the surface and the LCD display inside, and I think that looks really cool. Okay, so the dimensions is well, normally if you have a square or a circular watch, you're going to say it as a diameter, but I'm going to just say it as a width. So from here to here is about 33 millimeters. From lug to lug, from here to here is about 37 millimeters. And check out that thickness. That thickness is just 6 millimeters, right? 6 millimeters thin. I will show you later how thin this thing is, but let's just, for a comparison, let's just compare it with another Casio model that I've reviewed before. So this is the BW640 on with the thickness at about 11 millimeters. So you can see how thick that is, and boom, if you compare it to this BW640, you can see that these A700 series are definitely much more thinner. Okay, so anyway, so this is quite this is another Casio model that I've reviewed that I think needs a lot more attention. So this one can be had for about 20 bucks. This one also costs me about 30 bucks. This one, however, is a bit cheaper at 20 bucks. And you know what, for the thinness of this A700 series, you can see that it's much more comfortable. Okay, so let's just compare it again with another watch that is, you know, very familiar with us watch fans. So this is the F91W. So again the dimension is almost similar. I think the movement that is used inside this F91 is similar, but this one has a lot much better light, in my opinion. And you can see that the LCD display is not as close as this A700, right? So you can see that if you put it on the side, you can still see that this A700 series is way much thinner compared to the F91W. Okay, so right, so what are the functions that you might say that is available in this particular watch? So you can see that, of course, we have this a normal time mode here. Push this button, you can set the alarm, and we have stopwatch, so just start it, stop and reset. No, yep, reset is using this light button here, and that's it. Start timer, sorry, yeah, this is when you want to adjust the time, normal time, alarm, and also timer. That's it. That's right, that's about it. That's all the function that you really ever need in a watch, right? So you just need to know what time is it PM or AM, what is the day of today, the day of what is the day, and also date of today, and that's about it. So you don't really need much more else. Okay, so anyway, so what are the difference between this 700WM and 700 series? So apart from the display or the face of the watch, the difference is the extra 10 bucks, you know. So this one costs 20 bucks, this one costs 30 bucks, 30 USD. So this one came with this beautiful vintage style strap here, where there is a Casio sign here, and you can adjust the adjust it using this sliding keeper here, right? So on the A700WM series, however, you will have this very nice super thin, not super thin, how to call this, super fine mesh bracelet from Casio. So you can see when we put it, so it will look like that, right? So yeah, that look really nice. So I'll just put it like so you can see the differences. Okay, so when it is on your wrist, it will look something like this. So that looks cool and looks a lot more feminine compared to this one, right? So the thing that I wanted to highlight is you can see that these spring bars that is used by Casio, check that out. Oops, check that out. The spring bar is quite different from what you see from another watchmaker. So this spring bar is really sturdy, and I think this will hold much longer time compared to your normal spring bars. Okay, so that is the difference that I can find out. Okay, so this one is being used by my wife, so she can't use this one because her wrists are much smaller, maybe about 5.5 inches. So yeah, she used it on another strap, metal strap that I bought for her, using this one. This is much more simpler, a bits of rice style of bracelet, so she used it on this one. So I just a comparison, I wanted to, you know, compare it to this one. So yeah, this is how it looks, right? So I forgot to mention about the material that is used on this particular watch. So it is basically a plastic resin material that has a chrome plating on the outside, right? So basically it is a chrome plated case, right? Chrome plated resin case. So similar as this one. This one is using the exact same resin, but this is this was painted. We have this silver painting here, and of course when you have silver painting, it will scratch, and you can kind of see what are the materials inside it. I think I've got quite a lot of scratches here, as you can see on top here, right? But on this plating, you can still see scratches, but you know what, not that bad. And this is what I wear regularly, so you can see that I've dropped, because this thing is so thin and so light, so I've dropped this about 2 or 3 times, and you can see that I've already have a dent over here right there. So I know that this is definitely mine. Okay, so let's put it on wrist and see how it looks on my 6.75 inch wrist. So you guys with you know, bigger wrist than mine, so maybe this is not suitable for you, but check out how that looks on my 6.75 inch wrist, right? So you just slide it to the lock here, and boom, you're good to go. So it's quite sturdy. Of course, this style of bracelet will pinch your arm hair a bit, but I think this one is much better compared to the Sakme strap that I've used before. So check out how thin the watch looks on my 6.75 inch wrist, and I think it looks awesome, guys. What do you guys think? I think that looks just beautiful. A very nice option if you want to have a bling, but you don't want to spend quite a lot of money on those very expensive blingy G-Shock or the full metal square G, right? So this is the option that I think you guys could consider. Okay, so what do you think about these two beautiful vintage style watches from Casio? So I know that there's another two model that is using the same exact face as these two, but they are using a gold plated color with a gold bracelet. I'm not really fond of gold colored watches, so that is why I bought this one. And for me, this blue silver, what do you call this, gray and also pink color touch gives that vibe, gives that vintage vibe to to the watch, and I think it looks so damn cool. Okay, so anyway, so if you guys like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to push the bell notification twice so that you won't miss any of my future video reviews. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, I totally forgot to show you how the light looks like during the night. So anyways, basically, of course, this one doesn't have any lume, but it's mentioned here that it has a light. So when you push this light button, basically what you can do is you just cover it, and then boom, you've got this orange or amber color LED. So this one only has one LED, but it is still good enough to light during the night. If you compare it to this the B640, so we'll just cover it a bit. So this thing has two LEDs, so that fires up during the night, and you don't have to continue pressing it. So this one will light for about 3 seconds, but this one you have to push the button in order for you to see the light. So if you release it, it will not show the light, right? So yeah, that kind of sucked, but still it still functions very well. Okay, so now we can end this video. Bye bye.